Hey everyone, today we are going to cover something critical that could save you or someone else you know from losing thousands of dollars. So today we are going to break down extremely dangerous phishing campaign that mainly targets Americans. This is not your typical spam email. This is a sophisticated attack which uses legitimate software turned into a weapon. It specifically targets people through fake social security administration emails. By the end of this video, you will know how exactly this attack works, how to spot it, what to do if you or someone you know already fallen victim. So now the question is, why SSA? Because almost every American, every adult American has a social security number, and people usually trust the emails which come from government agencies. So here's how it works. At a high level, you receive an email which looks like it is coming from the SSA. It tricks the user to pay immediate attention and download malicious software which looks like a legitimate software. And once this is installed, the attacker has full access to your computer. They can see your screen, they can control your mouse and keyboard, they can access your files and everything. So let's talk about the weapon, that is Screen Connect. Now Screen Connect itself is a legitimate software which is used by IT professionals and tech support for remote troubleshooting on everyday basis. It is made by a company called ConnectWise, and there's nothing malicious inherently with the software itself. But here's where it gets dangerous. The attackers have created what's called a Trojanized version. They take this legitimate tool and modify it to connect back to their servers instead of a legitimate support server. They host these malicious installers on platforms like Bitbucket using deceptive file names like social security admin, some random numerical value.exe to make it look official. Once you install it, it connects directly to the attacker's command and control server. Once they have Screen Connect running on your machine, they have admin level control. And the worst part is, because Screen Connect is legitimate software, your antivirus might not even flag it as malicious, so it's the perfect disguise. Now let me walk you through exactly how this attack unfolds step by step. So step 1 is, it starts with the email. You receive what looks like an official communication from the Social Security Administration about changes to your account. The email is professionally designed, uses official looking logos, and sounds urgent. Step 2, the email contains a button or a link that says something like view statement or update your information. When you click it, you are taken to fake SSA website. Step 3, the fake website then prompts you to download required software to view your statement on your Windows PC or laptop. This is where they get you to download the Trojanized Screen Connect installer. Step 4, once you run the installer, Screen Connect connects back to the attacker's server. I have added all the relevant IOCs like domain, URLs, file hashes, file names into the description box of this video. Please check that out. And lastly, something devious happens. The attackers then instruct victims to install Microsoft Phone Link. This is another legitimate Microsoft application that lets you access your phone from your PC. But in the hands of attackers, it gives them access to your mobile device, your SMS messages, and most importantly, your two-factor authentication code. Think about that for a second. Even if you have two-factor enabled on your account, they can now see those codes coming through your text messages. They have completely bypassed your security. So once they have this access, what can they actually do? Well, the answer is basically anything. They can view your screen in real time, control your mouse and keyboard. They can run any program on your computer. They can read, modify, or delete any file on your computer. Personal photos, tax documents, business files, everything is exposed. They can access your banking websites, credit card portals, cryptocurrency wallets, you just name it. They can steal passwords, session cookies, authentication tokens, everything they need to impersonate you online. So how do you spot this scam? Let me give you the red flags you need to watch out for. First is the urgent language. If the email uses phrases like immediate action required, your account will be suspended, or important changes, act now, that's a huge red flag. Scammers use urgency to prevent you from thinking critically. Second is suspicious links. Before clicking any link in an email, you should hover your mouse over it. Look at where it is actually going. If it says click here to view your statement, but when you hover, you see some weird domain that's not socialsecurity.gov, you should not click it. Third, poor grammar or spelling. Government agencies have editors and proofreaders. If you see basic spelling mistakes or awkward grammar, it's probably fake. Next is the software download request. And the golden rule is the SSA will never, and I mean never, they will never ever ask you to download software via email. If an email claiming to be from SSA asks you to download anything, it's definitely a scam. Next, email as image. Scammers sometimes embed their entire message as an image to bypass email filters that scan text. If the whole email is just one big picture, that's suspicious. Lastly, fake domains. Look carefully at the domain name. The real SSA website is socialsecurity.gov and nothing like ssstatement.com or socialsecurityadmin.net or any kind of variation. Only the official .gov domain is legitimate. Now, what if you're watching this and you're thinking that you have already fallen for this? So, what can be done immediately? You should immediately disconnect your system from the internet. You should contact your bank and get your passwords rotated. You should scan your system for any malware. You should uninstall Screen Connect, and lastly, you should seek professional help because you might need to completely wipe your system and reinstall everything. So the golden rule is, if there is any email which feels urgent and it is asking you to download something, it is probably a scam. If this video helped you, please hit like button and share with everyone you know. This could save someone you care from losing thousands of dollars. Subscribe if you have not already, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.